If rainwater is naturally acidic, then why is the ocean water basic? There are three chemical species that are largely responsible for maintaining ocean pH, and these are carbonate ion, bicarbonate ion, and carbonic acid. These species together form a buffer system, and a buffer system maintains the pH and makes it fairly resistant to changes. So let's look at the reactions that are occurring. First, we have the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere dissolving in water to form carbonic acid. Carbonic acid, we'll remember, is a weak acid. It releases hydronium ions and bicarbonate ion. This bicarbonate ion is also a weak acid, and it can reduce more hydronium ions and carbonate. These are the buffer reactions. The next step in this reaction sequence that occurs in oceans is that marine animals use the calcium that exists in the ocean combines with bicarbonate to form calcium bicarbonate, and that calcium bicarbonate then forms calcium carbonate. And marine organisms build their calcareous shells using calcium carbonate. So this is very important to the survival of many of our marine organisms like mollusks. The carbonate buffer system, which is represented by these three reactions, leads to an ocean pH of about 8.2. Here's another way of looking at these reactions. We have our carbon dioxide in the atmosphere dissolving in the ocean to form carbonic acid. The carbonic acid dissociates, releasing hydronium ions and bicarbonate ions. In a buffer reaction, we have to maintain the equilibrium. So this increase in hydronium ions is going to decrease the pH. When the pH is decreased, then we need the carbonate ions to participate in this reaction so that we keep our bicarbonate concentrations relatively stable. If our carbonate ions are being used in this reaction, that means they're not available to combine with calcium to form calcium carbonate. Or, to maintain this equilibrium, we'll have calcium carbonate dissolving or dissociating to form calcium ion and carbonate ion to maintain the equilibrium. If you continue to study in chemistry, you will spend more time looking at these type of equilibrium reactions and understanding them in more depth. Over the past 200 years, the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere has increased. So more carbon dioxide is dissolving in the ocean and forming carbonic acid. This is sometimes referred to as ocean acidification, and it's the lowering of pH due to increased carbon dioxide. Keep in mind this is lowering the pH. The pH of the ocean is basic, not acidic. We're lowering it to levels that will still be basic. So it's not becoming acidic, it's still basic, it's just becoming less basic. How does this affect the ability of carbonate for incorporation into marine animals, shells, and skeletons? This hydronium ion that's produced from the dissociation of carbonic acid reacts with carbonate ion to form the bicarbonate ion. This reduces the concentration of carbonate ion in seawater, so the calcium carbonate in the shells of sea creatures begins to dissolve to maintain the concentration of carbonate ions in the seawater.